Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unlimited, Falcon 6X certified. Russian Euro lander mission fails upon impact with lunar surface. ANN sending its A-team to cover the MidWest LSA Expo. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. Falcon 6X certified by EASA and FAA. EASA and the FAA have issued the type certificate for Dassault's Falcon 6X. These certifications conclude a more than 2-year-long test campaign during which 1,500 flight hours were logged worldwide. First units are undergoing final completion. Eric Trappier, chairman and CEO of Dassault Aviation, said, quote, "The certification of the Falcon 6X is a remarkable milestone for Dassault Aviation. We would like to recognize the EASA and FAA certification teams for their commitment in this demanding process and our customers for their confidence. The Falcon 6X is the first brand new business jet to comply with the latest regulations, which will enhance the safety and security of all new aircraft. The 5,500 nautical mile Falcon 6X combines the best qualities of Dassault Aviation's world-leading business and fighter aircraft expertise to create the longest-range jet in its class with unparalleled passenger comfort and maximum mission flexibility." End quote. Dassault's Falcon Eye combined vision system will be standard on the 5,500 nautical mile Falcon 6X, providing enhanced safety and situational awareness on approaches in darkness or poor weather. The 6X will also be the first Falcon equipped with the Falcon Scan Advanced Diagnostic System. The aircraft is powered by new generation Pratt & Whitney PW812D engines, which will provide double-digit improvements in fuel efficiency and carbon emissions. Coming up after the break, FAA issues emergency AD for Bell 407.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/Rusty today for details.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. FAA issues emergency AD for Bell 407. An Emergency Airworthiness Directive, AD 2023-1751, has been sent to owners and operators of Bell Textron Canada Limited Model 407 helicopters over concerns with possible issues in the aircraft's tail rotor. According to the EAD, quote, "This emergency AD was prompted by a report of a disbonded area in a tail rotor blade due to missing adhesive between the upper skin and core," end quote. Coulson nabs 10-year U.S. Forest Service tanker contract. Coulson Aviation has gotten a contract from the U.S. Forest Service for a full decade of operation and maintenance, fighting wildfires with the firm's 737 Fireliner aircraft. The Fireliner is Coulson's in-house STC Boeing and biggest claim to fame. The converted aircraft offers a high-speed, high-throughput tool to douse fires before they conflagrate. The Fireliner is the result of 40,000-plus hours of work in reaching operational compliance, an aircraft that can use its full performance envelope and transport personnel to the site without traditional restrictions. Reliable Robotics continues the march toward an autonomous caravan. Reliable Robotics completed a handful of simulations and flight testing surrounding its remotely piloted aircraft system in more congested airspace under the FAA's Urban Air Mobility Airspace Management demonstration. The demo is funded by the FAA through Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, bringing about a week of flights in Northern California under the watchful eye of stakeholders and participants in a live test environment. The test showed off Reliable's capabilities under a remote-controlled system, undergoing vectoring, airspeed diversion, and flight under simulated weather in pretend Bravo airspace. Textron shakes up management team. Textron has confirmed that Rob Scholl, President and CEO of Textron Aviation, has been named President and CEO of Textron Specialized Vehicles, Inc. Additionally, Kriya Short, Senior Vice President of Global Parts and Distribution at Textron Aviation, has been named President and CEO of Textron eAviation, succeeding Scholl. Both appointments are effective August 31, 2023. Short has 27 years of experience with Textron Aviation, holding leadership positions across its sales and marketing and customer service functions. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Russian Euro-lander mission fails upon impact with lunar surface. Russia's first attempt at establishing a lunar presence in almost 50 years ended in disappointment when their tiny uncrewed lander impacted the surface following a failed orbital maneuver. Luna 25, named to establish some continuity with decades of Soviet moon missions under the old space race program, would have been a landmark for the country's space program. Their timeline gained notice in the international spacefaring community as a sneaky way to steal third base amid a handful of competing missions, each attempting to survey the same landing area for similar purposes. If successful, Russia's Luna 25 would have landed shortly before India's Chandrayaan-3, bolstering the image of Russia and Roscosmos on the world stage as competent, mission-ready purveyors of space services that can go toe-to-toe with the best of NASA and the EASA. The Luna 25 mission was aimed at the southern pole, hoping to gauge the presence of water ice in the region as a small, early precursor to eventual settlements or landings there. If present, the water could serve as an invaluable feedstock of provisions for future missions, providing portable hydration, the constituent elements for breathable atmosphere, and even rocket fuel. And after these messages, ANN sending its A-team to cover the MidWest LSA Expo.
Throughout the globe, Piper Aircraft has hand-selected the very best in company representation, service, and support. From first inquiry to acquisition to product support, Piper Aircraft ownership is seamless and worry-free. Piper Aircraft authorized dealers, factory trained, factory connected.
I grew up in an aviation family. My dad flew airplanes and flew air shows actually, so ever since I was 3 years old, the only thing I've ever wanted to do was be an air show pilot. It's cliche, but I get to live my dream every single day. I'm currently using the Hartzell Talon, the new aerobatic propeller. It's increased the performance of the airplane. It's made the harmonics balance throughout the airplane so much better. By far the best aerobatic propeller that I've ever flown behind.
Welcome back. ANN sending its A-team to cover MidWest LSA Expo. The Aero-News Network is prepping a team to attend the upcoming MidWest LSA Expo in order to pave the way for even better coverage of the topic and enjoy one of the more enjoyable sport flying events in the aviation community. The primary role for the ANN team will be to conduct interviews and flight tests for the massive new SportPlane Resource Guide, which appears to have grown from the 1,100 pages of its last iteration to over 2,000 in the all-new digital format we've adopted for the future. The new format allows for nearly instant updates, all manner of multimedia reports and features, and the chance to serve the SportPlane community more directly and aggressively. Flight tests will be conducted by ANN CEO Jim Campbell, a graduate of the National Test Pilot School and veteran of countless such flight test efforts, who sees the MWLSA event as a welcome opportunity to do some flying where other larger events have made it all but inadvisable. Exhibitors with aircraft that may be eligible for evaluation are urged to reach out to the ANN team at jim@aero-news.net to schedule the chance to do a test flight, an interview, or update ANN and the eSPRG team on the most recent developments with their offerings. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.